Hey, how is everybody tonight? Say hi to y'all fine folks tonight. Got Ed flashing your pan. First one in, Mark the Berg. Nailed it detecting. Hey, Chad. Adventures in Michigan with Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Clark's Cove detecting is here. Who else is here? I don't know. Marty is nuts about digging. I got the notification about your live stream after your live stream. Gotta love YouTube. Tim, Alley Cat Treasures. That's who's here. That's awesome. Glad you all can make it. The best people in the world are always the first ones here. Alicia, Hot Mesh Fishing. Hello. So, two giant space bugs. Hey, David Alpha Seti Art. Viento Samurai. Sup, amigo? So, I didn't give really much thought about what to talk about tonight. Uh, much time as I spent on Facebook, I'm pretty sure most of y'all know what's going on out there in the world. Gone Digging was on Beyond Oak Island last night. Hope you all saw it. And see, I didn't get out digging this weekend. Oh yeah, I did. Did I? I don't remember. No, I did not get out digging this weekend. I did. I planned on headed to the creek. I planned on going out today actually, but even though it's not terribly cold, it's like 40 degrees today. It's a damp cold, and that like goes right into your bones. And my back was just like, yeah, you're not going out there today. So I said, okay, back, I get it. So I did do a little thrifting. I went to a thrift shop in Goodwill. So did do a little bit of that. I did buy something, but you'll have to see the video. Uh, at Goodwill anyway. Hey, Gary Garvine, hometown history hunter. How are you this evening? Thank you for coming and hanging out. And Jimmy Cloak, how are you? And that's about it. So yeah, I didn't go detecting this weekend. And then work, 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 like that song. And then today I just did indoor stuff. Stayed inside where it's nice. Oh, no, actually Sunday I did go get my nails done. Although they don't look it to you, but they're done. So that was fun. Nice. I found a really cool treasure table at a yard sale actually. Your sewer line said the same thing. Oh, that sucks. And that's about it. So I don't know if any of you guys saw the Beyond Oak Island episode with Matt from Gone Digging. I unfortunately missed it, but I will catch the replay. And that's about it. Hey, JBP. So just so you guys know, next Christmas, you all got to go to JBP's house because she got lots of trees up and it's really cool. And I loved all the pictures she shared. They were awesome. So we only have, 300 and, see, a week, 350 days or so till next Christmas. So make plans to go out there. Yes, you did. And every one of them was awesome. I loved it. I loved all the pictures. They were really cool. I did see them. Um, hey, you could brag about getting out hunting, Alicia. That's the thing, especially for us content creators. Hey, Bad Idea Lab is, when you go out, you're not always guaranteed to find something. I mean, yeah, there are times that you go somewhere and the the cooler stuff is popping out at you like popcorn, and then there's times you go out and I mean you struggle. you struggle to find something good because either it's been hunted out or there's really nothing there. Not very much anyway. Um, I think the last time I went out was New Year's Day, and then I went out the next day with Team Lynch. That video will be this Friday. Hey, Salty Magnet Fisher. Um, so when I went out New Year's Day, I really only dug one signal, and it wasn't. I mean, because there's a lot of iron there, and I knew I didn't give myself enough time to be digging through the iron because, you know, when you go to a spot and there's some good finds, really good signals, good finds, and you've cherry picked them, and then there's iffy ones, and you've dug those, and now you're pretty much left with the crappy sounding signals. So you got to remember that the relics, the coins, they didn't run away from the iron. So there's stuff mixed in that iron, and I just didn't give myself enough time that day to start digging up the iron, which I plan to do there. Because I know there's good stuff mixed into that iron. There's no way, that all the good things that have been found there, all ran away from the iron and the iron all decided to go off on its own on another spot. It doesn't work that way. Hey, LL, keep digging metal detecting. Um, so I dug one signal. It was so deep for the AT Pro that it was barely a blip. It's just like a, you know, just no. It didn't even ring on the VDI. No signal really. Just this tiny little tick sound. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dig it anyway. And it was deep. It was really deep. Yeah, you can find an iron lock for sure. ABC, and it was a piece of an iron, an old pot belly iron pot. Um, so, hey, Patty. Oh, I know I'll find something there, Lisa, for sure. It's just that I'm gonna have to give myself enough time to sort and sift through all the iron. Um, I think pretty much all the good signals have been cherry picked out. So, uh, and I don't mind because it's fun. It's fun. It's good soil. If you watch that video, you can see that it's very sandy soil, so it's really easy digging. So it's not like I'm gonna kill myself digging the iron up. Of course, Slash is chewing his bone right next to the screen. Here, go over there. Um. So I bet you did, Alicia. Yeah, when I went out with the Team Lynch, the day it was frozen, I had a pretty decent signal, and I heard the iron next to it, and yeah, there was a clad quarter and a big old rusty iron nail sitting next to it. So, hey DB, so it does make it worth it. It does make it worth it sometimes to dig through that iron, and I'm sure there's some good stuff mixed in that iron because there's been some pretty really nice finds coming out of there. A lot of buttons, but a lot of other stuff too. Oh yeah, it's gonna take a lot of patience for sure. And I don't really think I can get anybody that'll want to go with me because when you tell people, "Hey, dude, what's up, Andy? Hey, let's go dig some iron." I did find a foundation that I've been looking for last year, and the problem with that area is lot of aluminum cans. Because obviously when kids find a hole in the woods, they party there. So, but it's like I told a few of my detecting friends, most of the cans are not deep, but any detectors go in there and finding it and be like, "Yeah, I found the foundation," is not going to want to dig there when you see how many cans are just laying on top. That'd probably deter most of us, but it doesn't deter me. So, really early spring, I'll be going out there. I'm gonna take a nice big old bag with me, and I'm gonna get all of those cans out. I really don't know what is up with this dog lately. Stop! What are you doing? Get out of there! Get your bone. There, now go. I don't know. Last few times I've live streamed, he's like right here. Normally he lays on the bed. I do not know what his issue is. He got to spend all day with me hanging out. Hey, coin addiction. Recycle the cans. Yeah, I mean, you probably get a few bucks here because there's a lot of cans, but that don't scare me. I know there's going to be good stuff there because it was kind of like a little store at one time or something. So I know there's going to be some good finds there. What did I miss? I know Loretta's here, and well, anybody who won anything from me over the last couple weeks, I sent it all out this week, so should be getting it. Hey, Backroad Hillbillies. So what I'll do tonight is, because really I want my streams, well, there we go, being selfish, my streams. This is our stream. You guys come every week. It's our stream. I'm going to pop the link here and you can come up and talk about you because I like that better than talking about me. I'm not that interesting a person, but you all are. So, besides, I got a dog chewing his bone literally right at my feet. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, Iffy. What's up, buddy? You're too shy, Ed? Oh, come on. Hey, cuz. How you doing? Slash does rock, but lately he's been rocking right on my feet while I live stream. Alice in Wonderland. Hello, Alice Wonderland. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. You want your damn Manicore? I don't know, man. I'm still tossed up between the Deus 2 and the Manicore. I think I'm going to wait like a year. And then see if I, see which one I want to get. I mean, I still love my AT Pro. Still kind of learning the Nox, I guess. I mean, I know it well enough, but not the best. So I'm just gonna wait, hang out. I mean, the machines aren't gonna stop production next week. I mean, they'll be around in a year, so I don't know. Or maybe tax refund time. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if anybody here has a Manicore yet, but I have touched one. I mean, I can't say I detected with it because it was at the club meeting and Drew Wahalik brought it, and I lifted it, I looked at it. It's a nice machine. So I don't know. I mean, I like them both a little bit. Oh yeah, my carrot. I don't even know if it looks like a carrot anymore. I think looks like dirt. That's how dirty my carrot is. And my machines could use a clean down for sure. They definitely could use a clean down. I clean the coils, especially when I go to the beach. But so the link's there if any of you want to come up and talk about you, anything new going on in your world. Actually, I'll pin it to the top so you can find it easily. Boom, there it is. Hey, Joe Dirt. Yeah, all right. That's a good question. You know what? Nice, JVP. How many of you need to clean your machines right now? This would be the time of the year to do it. Your coil ears. I don't. All right, so I know about the weakness in the Equinox on the coil ears, and I haven't had an issue because I don't ever put any pressure on it, and that I think that's where it comes from because we don't you don't really think about it when you're getting up or something. All right, Robert and Melissa clean theirs after every hunt. Very good. You guys are well disciplined. Me, not so much. I don't clean I do clean my coils because of you can get some mineral residue in there and can mess with your signals, but DB's load of Lone Star squeaky clean. So yeah, I clean under my coil covers for sure. but that's about it. I think they can both use a little wipe down because my pinpointer is definitely very dirty. I wouldn't eat your lunch after using it. But the machines themselves, no, they could use a good clean. It got damaged in the spin cycle. So yeah, on the coil ears on the Equinox. So we don't think slash down. You need to stop. We don't think about it when we're getting back up. Most of us are getting older, so you need a little leverage. So I try to make sure I use my shovel rather than because we don't think about it, and you just get up. Practical Ken, what's up, buddy? Um, So a lot of people's ears were breaking because of that, because of, you don't realize you're doing it, and so I try to make it in the front of my head to not use my machine when I get up, to make sure I always use my shovel to get up. Even the slightest little bit of pressure, I think, will break those ears. So, and then I got that little ear stiffener thingy you put on there. Hey, Mandy. So and mine also hasn't flooded, and it has been in water a few times. Not, for an extended period, obviously. Got one of my favorite people joining up on the screen. Boom.
Shh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. They're sort of clean, I guess.
They're cleaner than mine.
I guess they are.
Yes, Lisa, especially when they're cold. They'll get brittle because they're plastic. Yeah, mine are not. My headphones are clean. And I don't get really dirty. So in order for my machines to be dirty means I haven't wiped them off in a very long time.
Same here. It's been, I don't know when the last time I wiped these off. They still work.
Well, that's what matters.
That's it.
I can still see the screen.
On the Knox, not so much.
No. I can still see it on my Knox.
I wing it on the Knox. I'm like, that sounds good.
But my AT Pro is much older than my Knox, and she's starting to show it.
Starting to show it.
Oh yeah. It definitely has a little dirt on it, little wear on it. Hay fox in the ground. So, but yep. Yeah, I do clean my coils, especially when I go to the beach. Not so much the AT Pro because I don't really take it to the beach. But if it gets like really dirty while I'm out, then I'll clean the coil. I don't have a coil cover on that one. And on the Knox 800, I do take the coil cover over and clean them when I go, especially when I go to the beach.
You know what? I don't know when the last time I had the coil cover off, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't do it every time, but I do it when I think about it.
Yeah, I don't know what could be living in my coils. Scary.
Oh, Mark Thomas is here. The other Mark.
The other Mark.
The other Mark. Marky Mark. Busby Adventures. So did you get out over the weekend?
Nope, not at all. I guess I planned to go out today. I had it all set, but then my sword decided it wanted to clog.
Oh, no.
So I spent the afternoon cleaning that. I made a video of it. I'm going to post it.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
Chandler, you do what you want with it.
I need
I
something.
went thrifting today. All you're going to see is a bunch of thrift shop stuff.
I almost went to the thrift store. Almost. But something told me go home. And I'm glad I did.
Oh, yeah. I have where I'm at now, I have a septic tank. So.
Oh, no. Come on.
Seems like a repeat.
It does.
Oh, man, I'm sorry that I'm gone. I'm out of here, man.
What's up, guys?
Mark, is that you?
Oh, it is Mark. Oh, shoot, man, I didn't even recognize him there.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Rachel.
No, talking about cleaning stuff, I kid you not, my pinpointer, I have the toothbrush, and I clean our pinpointers with a toothbrush.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, a clean machine is a happy machine. Trust me.
You must not have been looking too. Hey, Mr. Diggs, you must not have been looking too hard at my pinpointer. It looks about like Mark's.
I think it's like
Hey,
I think
Tony.
this pin pointer is like 6 years old, and I swear to God, that's 6-year-old dirt on there too.
When I
Hey,
first got mine, I did clean it, but not so much now.
Hey, LL.
Hey, everyone.
Yes,
Yeah.
hello, everyone.
Yes, I am really when we detect like a day or two later, I'm out at the shop. I'm getting machines down. I clean them, wipe them off. Take
Yes.
the well, Melissa doesn't have a coil cover. I do. I make sure I take the coil cover off, clean it out good. I mean, it's just
He's very anal about that. I do not clean any of my stuff. He has it done.
I even clean my handheld digger.
Yes.
I kid you not. I clean the dirt
Yes.
off of my digger, and when I go out in the field, it's all spotless.
Yeah, mine.
So
Not mine.
So if I ever walk across a clean digger and I happen to be in the same area as you, it's like, oh, I know who that is.
You don't know who it belongs to.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
LL said Robert is extra. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about the dirt hides the rust and seals the cracks.
It certainly does. Takes the wobble out of the shaft too. If you got enough dust up in that shaft.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't really. I mean, I should, but. I don't know about
Lex
that.
probably should know. I don't go that extreme.
He's just not telling us that. He actually does. He's out there with the buffer.
I gotta say about my hand digger, I will wipe that off out in the field like every time I dig with it.
Yeah.
And I do with my shovels as well. Because my shovel I still have the cover for. So I don't want to put that in the cover with, mud and dirt caked on it. It'll get rusty, and even though the next time I go out, the rust will come off. But my hand digger, because I have an open sheath, so it'll be right on my pants. So I don't want my pants getting all dirty. So after every time I use it, I wipe it off to put it in the sheath. So that's probably the only thing I clean.
Well, I take it back. If I'm out and it's raining, then I clean it. I just let the water clean it. As I'm walking in the rain, I'll take a rag to it and I'll wipe it off. But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, I know some people are like the Clarks that clean their machines. Some people are like, it can wait a year. Hey, Treasure Charger.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, my pinpointer's like probably talking out in my car right now. Like, you just leave me in the back. You never clean me. I'm filthy. You haven't washed me since the day you got me. That's right, Busby.
Yep.
Hey, God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt.
Yep.
Hey, Melissa, you can't
Yes.
say anything anymore. I don't know if you can say it.
Oh.
Yeah,
There it is. Finally.
Wow. Congratulations.
Nicely done, Mark.
It was a gift.
Oh,
Oh.
still nicely done. You
That's-
found it in the mail.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought you actually found it and dug it out of the ground.
Hell no, I ain't that lucky yet.
Fox in the ground
Point
said
of
they
diction.
Gary.
Armor on my detector.
Fox in the ground.
They nailed it.
clean and armor all my detector.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that is dedicated. I mean, that is a good thing though, because it does protect.
Coin Addiction says your coin is their logo.
If I didn't clean my pinpointer, I will get the speaker holes so clogged I can't even hear it sometimes. So that's why every time I come in, I clean it and I'll take the canned air and spray it out. Make sure get all them little particles out of there. And
What pinpointer do you have, Rob?
the Garrett Carrot.
Carrot.
Yeah.
Just the same thing with the Nokta pinpointer, not the pulse dive, but the original one. The speaker holes at the very top. And, your hands are caked with mud, and you're holding on to it, and all you're doing is driving the dirt right into the speaker. And you can't hear it after a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't usually use my speaker on my Garrett Carrot. I use the vibration. Somebody said in my last video that it sounds like a goat. They said that in the premiere. They were like, it sounds like a goat. It kind of does. I guess on the video, I don't really hear it, but the The microphone on my crappy GoPro picks it up all right. Let's see. What else we got?
What did Ken get?
He's he's
getting one.
He should be getting his Manicore next week. That's awesome, Ken. I'll play with yours at Digstock. The Manicore.
I wasn't going to say anything, Rachel. I promise.
I was like, I opened up a door by accident. Let me shut it back up again.
Yeah.
Lisa
I was going to be polite on your stream. No, if you would have said that on my stream, nope, no.
Yeah, like I said earlier with Andy, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait probably
Not
a year.
yet.
I know, but it's getting there, Gary. Yep. I'll have to do an update on it before long. Yeah, our insert jar where we're filling up the jar full of our insert lids.
Yeah.
Yeah. We found how many inserts Sunday? 6 plus 3 clear ones.
3 clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Found my first ink well too.
Nice.
Digging in the old dump site. Yep.
Very
and
nice.
there's not a chip on that thing either.
Lucky.
Yep.
I think I'd like to see Alicia's video of her freaking out on the grass. Did you catch that? She said it's a blooper reel. Hurry up and post that. I want to see that.
And hey, you could edit it and make it a great video. You don't have to have great footage. She said she's going to post 2, one the legit video and the one with the blooper reel.
I love bloopers.
I don't have too many. Not enough to make like a blooper reel.
Right. Just throw them at the end of the video. That's what I usually do.
I should start doing that. But I don't really have too many. Because I'll leave, like when I say a word wrong, I just leave it in the video anyway.
A lot of times.
And that happens a lot with me. So, like when I'm trying to say, I mean, you've seen my videos, so well, you might have seen at least one where I made mistakes on words, and I'll just whatever.
Hey, let me tell you, my bloopers, I couldn't beep out everything.
Oh, Lord.
That's all it'd be is one big beep.
Let me tell you, you don't know what you miss.
I think my favorite blooper, which is actually in the video, I know Robert knows which one.
Yeah.
They're laughing.
Hey.
Nobody knew it was a blooper.
Video.
Yeah, that's Robert's compliment video.
That's Robert's compliment video. It was definitely a blooper, and I just left it.
Oh.
And I don't know if anybody ever caught it. You know, like noticed, like caught it.
That he's hot.
I have no idea what
It was just hot that day.
When I went out to visit them last year and I made the video, I had taken some footage of the playground equipment. They had some old school stuff that we grew up with, you know, the metal slides and whatnot. So I had put a little thing that said hot with flames on the slide. But then later I added some other footage and I couldn't find the little insert I put. I thought I deleted it. So when I finished the video and I'm watching it after I already published it, as it goes, as I pan over Robert, there's the hot right over top of him. I was like, it was I didn't like whatever I had done, footage I had added in had put that hot right over top of Robert, like perfectly. So I left it. I was just like, it's there now. I was like, I hope Melissa don't get jealous. Hey, Danny boy. Me saying Robert's hot in a video.
Hey, Dan.
Hey,
DNL. I mean, it's too bad I was like sitting here by myself watching it the first time because like, it was funny. I was telling Robert and Melissa, I think that was a premiere too. I was like, wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was probably my best blooper, and I left it in the video. And like I said, when my other bloopers are, I go to say something and it doesn't come out right, and I'll just repeat it, and I leave it in there because if you spend time with me in real life, that's what happens when I talk sometimes. I can't get a word, it just won't come out right, so I'll just repeat it over again. Or if I say a word wrong, I just keep going.
Yeah, I try to. Or I'll go blah, 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 blah. I'll get it spit out in a minute. Yeah.
Hey, backbreaking metal detecting.
Hmm.
So I gotta say, because I get in chats with a lot of people, and I do know the names of most people. Actually, I don't know the names of everybody's channel. Like their channel. I know the names behind the channel, but when I see your channel, I can't think of your name. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because I forgot all you all already.
Well, I know that. Wait, what was your name again?
See?
We're easy to forget.
It's Hunting the Berg or something. Does that have to do with hamburgers?
Might have one time.
I'm checking the chat at the same time here. Practical Ken's name is Ken. Did you know that?
Kidding.
I didn't. I thought his name was
That's
Practical.
news.
NorCal, what's up? So, I know most people know my name is Rachel, but I don't think probably not everybody knows that.
Well, according to German Detect, it's Rack.
That
I couldn't pass it up. Sorry.
was a fun night. That was
It was.
that was probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. Poor Joel. That's what happens when you call me Rach.
Yeah.
It's easier to just write Ray. We're talking about Alicia's permission. It's a family permission on a family. Shannon said, Rachel, I thought it was Cuz. Well, that's what I thought your name was. Cuz. How's everybody saying their names in here? Busby is Crisp.
She might listen.
DB is Dawn. Well, DB, that would be really easy for me to remember because my middle name is Dawn. I don't know what Gary Garvine Hometown History Hunter's name is. I can't figure that one out. What's on the top of my bucket list this year?
Hey, Delver.
Hey, Bruce. Live long and prosper. I don't know. I didn't really give it much thought. My white whale is still a Jersey copper. And, just to find fun things, I guess. That would be my bucket list. I don't know. Maybe a half penny. I haven't found one of them. A 2-cent piece, maybe. I definitely want another etched dandy button. That would be fun to find. GW, obviously. Any of the variations I'd be happy with. And that's about it.
Danny.
Hey, Dan.
Doing more traveling this year. That's what I hope to do. That's on my bucket list. Coin Addiction wants a barber dime or an Indian head. That is my favorite penny, the Indian head penny. I love them.
I think they're list is make it to come out swinging finally.
Yeah, I hope so.
The
weekend you picked, I'm not off, and I can't. My vacation picks were actually a week later.
Oh.
So I was telling the president of my club because she's involved with Come Out Swinging. I got to let Robert know that I normally sponsor an activity, but this year I'll be an event sponsor since I won't be buying a ticket. But I'll come out Sunday to hang out because one of the young men there, Gabe, is like my best buddy. So I know he'll be expecting me to come out. So since I can't come out Saturday, I won't be detecting, but I will hang out with Gabe and help him out with things. So
cool.
I won't be attending, but I will drive out Sunday for the day to hang out and help them in any way they need, volunteer to do whatever. I don't need to detect. I hardly find anything there. I'm too busy talking to people. So that's the plan for April. October, I will probably be out there for the whole weekend. Then in June, I do have the first weekend of June off, so I will make it to Flash Bash. Are you guys going, Clarks?
It depends on.
Yeah, little man over here.
I will help you with little man if you go.
Damn short.
He's luring us in.
Lure.
I will help. I will sit with little man when you need a break or he needs attention.
Well,
And you
then
want
she'd
to
have him all day long, wouldn't she?
That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. He's a good little dog. Lisa just asked me something. Where is it? Hey.
But yeah, it's not completely off our list
No.
of going. So
All right. Well, that's the plan in June. April, should be going to the Garrett Memorial Hunt. So I'm looking forward to that. I have not found my Jersey copper yet, Lisa. Alicia, she's going to move the bit. Oh, she's talking about what she's swinging at in her yard. That's cool. Hey, right. Careful what you wish for.
That's one of my favorite sayings. Be careful what you wish for.
yeah,
Oh,
it
Go
comes
track found a Key Date Indian today. 1877. Very nice, dude.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I'd
Lock-
like to put the other word in front of it, but I try to keep this a little slightly PG-13.
Yeah, lock that sucker up. Don't touch it.
Yeah, no, don't do anything with it. Just toothpick it if you have to. That's about it. Ooh, BC. Did you see what BC's doing this here? Ooh.
Ooh, that is nice. 2-week hunt.
Wow.
Yeah,
That'd be
There you go. See, somebody's just like you guys.
Uh,
That's not it. That's it.
we have to plan our days when we're out. We can't stay gone too long.
I think I seen where someone said to get a backpack for him. His little
Thing of it is I don't know how well he is sick because he is starting to get like an old person. He's starting to get humpbacked.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Get them a little stroller. They have dog strollers.
You would be in charge of that one, Rachel.
Stroller.
I'll push him around in his little doggy stroller.
Yeah.
He's been stumbling a lot here the
lately.
past
Oh,
yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
So
How old is he again? 20. What'd you say? 20 something?
he's
working on 17. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's still
This
old for a
year.
little guy.
He'll be 17 this year.
Yeah.
Shannon said their bones hurt the same as ours. They sure do. They get arthritis too.
Yep.
I see Marty's nuts.
No, you don't. You see, Marty is nuts.
Lisa said get one with 4x4 wheels.
With the 4x4 wheels, yeah.
Yeah, then you can take them detecting in the woods.
I used to take Jessie with me. I'd leave her in the truck and leave her in her carrier, and she'd sit there and wait. And I'd go back and check on her about every 10 or 15 minutes, make sure she was okay, and open up the door, and just her big eyes would be waiting on Pawpaw.
Hey, Bud Files. Yeah, so and then obviously I'll be making trips up to the Vermont-New York border for my newly acquired permission.
Nice.
Too bad it's so far away.
Yeah.
But because my sister was like, the woman said, that we'd have to go like early summer or something because they're, it's Vermont. And I was like, I'm not scared to go in the cooler weather. April or May. I'm not afraid of the cooler weather. I'll go up there then. Patty said her dog is so spoiled she has anxiety, separation anxiety.
So does my dog.
Does he? What kind of dog you got?
He's a mutt. He's a rescue. He's a mutt. We got him like when he was 8. We've had him for about 2 years now.
Oh,
And it gets to the point where he will literally rip the house apart.
Oh,
right.
He has ripped up the rugs. He has ripped holes in my bed. Yeah,
oh my goodness.
being separated. So yeah.
Did you guys try the thunder thing?
Not yet.
Thunder wrapper or something?
I've been thinking about the Thunder Vest.
Yeah, that's supposed to calm them.
They
I
are-
adopted a dog and she was a schnoodle, which is a Schnauzer poodle mix.
Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Looter
And
8.
I got her. Hey, Fun with Dirt. I got her from ASPCA, and she was supposedly was housebroken and all this other stuff. She was somebody's purse dog that got too big,
Oh,
but she had separation anxiety. But she was fine when you weren't home. She would just freak out when you came home. So you can go out, take the trash to the curb, and come back, and she'd spaz out. Like, oh my God, you left me for so long, and it was too much, like it was a lot for her, like she didn't destroy anything, and just overstimulated and anxious, and so I actually got her a home with somebody else. That the husband was partially disabled and she was retired, so there was somebody with her all the time. Because I was like, if you go outside and come back in, she's gonna freak out. So like, you've been gone for a day and a half. Mark disappeared.
Yep.
So DB said, purse dog, WTF, yeah. This was probably 12 years ago. So that was back at the height of Paris Hilton and her little purse chihuahuas.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody got this little cute curly dog to put in their purse, like Paris Hilton. And she was just a little too big to do that anymore. So hopefully Mark comes back up.
Finding goodies.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, Def Spader. Ooh, a big pot of stew. Looter 8, what's up?
Sounds good.
Ooh, that does sound good, doesn't it?
Beef stew.
Yum, yum.
Cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
Temporary dog's been doing pretty good. She's doing well with her new family. I do on occasion remember to ask. She did get into some chocolate just before Thanksgiving, but she was all right.
That's good.
Yeah, she ate a big batch of chocolate, not just a little.
Uh-oh.
You got to watch the chocolate. It can kill some of them.
Yeah, that's a good question. I have yet to see somebody ask. Go back up to it. There we go. When you go door knocking, do you specify how long you're going to be there? I don't personally, unless they ask me, because when I door knock, unless I'm doing like a little front yard or something, when I'm going for permissions, I'm trying to find acreage because my intent is to go back there more than once. So, and I will let them know when I get the permission and I talk a little more about it, like, would it be okay to come while you're not home, or should I give you a heads up? I give them my number. I tell them also, like, I don't really detect for, 8-10 hour stretch on your property, but I might be here a few hours. That's about it. But nobody's really ever asked me. But if they were to, that's what I would tell them. If it's a property like a front yard, I'll be like, yeah, I'll probably be here an hour or so. It's not a big yard. If I'm going after a farm or some acreage, then I would try to make sure it's something that I could go back to. Danny Boy said when he was a kid, he used to ring the bell and run. Maybe that's why he's afraid to door knock now.
Yeah.
At least he didn't move the flaming bag of dog poo. I remember learning that. All right, I'll tell you how bad I was. I was like 10 or 12. I remember learning about lighting dog poo on somebody's door. So we thought you literally lit the dog poo.
Oh,
You didn't
God.
know it was in the bag, and you lit the bag. Sitting there on somebody's stoop trying to light dog poo on fire.
I'd like to see that.
Why ain't it burning?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to catch on fire. Yeah, I wasn't real good at those kind of things. What did I miss here? Oh, yeah. Everybody's laughing at Danny. Oh, wow. Coin Addiction said a friend of his went out one Halloween to kick pumpkins and kicked a ceramic one and broke his toe. Danny Boy never lit a bag of dog poop. He knew better. Lisa said in a brown lunch bag. See, nobody told me that. They just said, you got to light dog poo on fire and watch them stomp it out. I told my little group of friends about it because it was probably an older teen who told me. And so we're sitting there just trying to light
Well,
dog
how
poo.
did you get the dog poo on the porch with your bare head?
No, we weren't that bad. Probably a stick or something. Poke it and put it on the step. Got one of the younger boys to pick it up. Who knows? I don't remember that part, but I remember, trying to light it on fire with my lighter and it wouldn't light. What did Bisbee say? Hot shit. Yeah, let's see. I can put that up there. Bisbee said hot shit. Yeah. I must have bet that smelled good. I don't think it smelled good.
Don't know what happened to Mark. He just all of a sudden disappeared.
He might have lost his internet because I don't even know if he's taggable.
Oh.
He's taggable, but he's not in the chat, so he might have lost his internet. Because I think whatever storm's coming to me tonight and tomorrow, probably it's coming from the west. So, and he's just north of y'all. He called that shit poop. He called that shit poop.
A lot of rain, a little bit of snow, but I think it's going to be mainly be rain.
Well, I'm glad you could join us, DB. We here at Jersey Ray Diggs Wednesday Night Shenanigans try to be all inclusive and have the chat and the stream to be all about each of us and not just one single individual. How's that sound? Sounded good? Yeah. Because I like to get to know you all, and this is probably the best way to do it.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, since we all can't meet at each other's houses. So, yeah. This works.
Oh, I know all about salt shot. One of the woods I've detected in the past where I found my 3 silver spill, the half diamond, 2 half reals. I used to live near those woods. And when we would run through the woods, if you went all the way to the other side where there was a major road, there was an old man that used to live there. And he didn't like you getting near his property. And he would shoot salt pellets at you. I never got hit with them, but I know people that did. Lisa said they're supposed to be getting some snow, but no accumulation in Michigan. We're just going to get cold and gusty winds tomorrow and rain. Oh, Alicia was talking about. Wait, let me go back there. What was that? When she was little, her cousin and her knocked on doors and told them they were selling tickets for a raffle for her school so they could win a radio or TV. There was no raffle, and they got busted, and one neighbor called her mama and told on them. We had to return everyone's money and apologize. Oh, so somebody's spilling the beans? Okay, let me tell you how bad I was. So my friend and I, my best friend and I, when we were 13, they did have Sunshine Card Company. It was a catalog, and you collected the money at the time ahead of time. People would order the cards to give you the money. Well, we made the mistake of going on my own street.
Oh.
That's how my dad found out.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Because they weren't getting cards. We were just taking the money. Yeah, we got.
So you was being a shyster.
Yeah, well, the first round they really did get cards, but the second round when we figured out we could keep the money, the lady that told on her lives in the house that she wanted to hunt next. Yeah, that's probably why this old man had that salt pellets, but he used them on the kids too. I hate turnips too. I grew up on a tomato farm.
Oh, fried turnips are good.
I
I
like
don't eat
turnips. Yeah.
They're fixed right.
I learned my lesson too. My best friend was actually, I don't know, we probably equally were bad. I'm like, hey, we could keep this money. We can go buy lollipops and candy. Bipolar weather, that's for sure. I like cooler weather too, Patty, because this summer was just way too hot.
Hey, Robert. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, did you get your mail from Clark's Cove?
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert. What treasure hunter? What did a treasure hunter say before
I
that?
got your package. Awesome.
All right.
Oh, treasure hunter said same thing happened to him. Learned his lesson for sure. Yeah, I was embarrassed to go around and give back the money. We're sorry, we weren't. You wasn't getting no cards. We were just kidding. Hey, I'm Zaxxon.
Oh
I mean,
my-
they're nice cards. We could send off for them for you, but it's a little late now. So, yeah.
Hey, Zaxxon.
Hey, Zaxxon.
But I still don't fear going up to a door and knocking on it. So,
Me and Melissa was talking about that today, that when the home site's in and we get back to curb stripping, I said, we're going to have to get over this fear or whatever it is of knocking on doors.
Yeah.
Just need to get our butts up there, knock on the door. If they say no, move on to the next one. And
well, the easiest thing to do is expect that no. I mean, don't act like you're going to get it when you knock on the door, but in the back of your mind, just know you're probably going to get it. This way, you don't have to worry about getting your feelings hurt about it. Like, that's the biggest thing. Nobody likes rejection.
Yes.
Alice, yeah, your stuff went out today, Alice.
Yes, Alice, your mail was put in the post today. I don't have my slip to tell you exactly when you should receive it, but I'm going to say Saturday or Monday.
Yeah, probably Monday.
Yeah, I saw that, Lisa. Actually, somebody that belongs to some of the detecting groups belongs to some of my postal groups. And he's out that way. He's in Nevada, actually. But he has been uploading the footage of the mudslides out there and stuff like that.
We heard about on the news, on the radio today, a little bit about that.
Lisa said, after a few no's, easy peasy. Look, you're most likely going to get a no.
Oh, yeah.
Well, your first one is obligatory. You're going to get it. Just know you're going to get that first no. On each door you knock. It's going to happen. When little Verizon kids come knocking on your door, hi, my name's Tommy and I work for Verizon. Oh, no. That's the first thing you say to them. No. You're programmed to say no first. So expect that. Just know that first no is coming. It's the second one that becomes the art form of sales. Because 3 no's and you go. So the second one is going to let you know if you can push for the third. It all depends on the delivery. If you get no, because, well, you know what? Go for that third one. They're indecisive. They're kind of leaning more on the yes side, but they're still programmed for the no side.
I did telemarketing for 10 years, and you push them until they say no repeatedly, and then back out of it and go on. Yeah.
So you start.
Well, 3 no's a go. That's
push them.
Just physically push them.
No, not physically.
Oh, okay.
But it is the law of averages say the 3 no's a go. The third no is a definite no. Just think about you.
Knock, knock. Yeah, Zaxxon.
I was trying to find where Zaxxon said that.
Yeah, just say knock.
Oh,
knock,
I sold Girl Scout cookies too. Now they do it on the internet. Oh, yeah, that's true. You got to worry about that too. So when you're door knocking, especially us looking for places to put our shovels down in, look, see, I'm Zaxxon gave you the no. What you're essentially doing, well, see, telemarketers, Melissa was trained to do that. You just heard her say she was trained to do that. They're trained to do that. I telemarketed for about 5 minutes. They're trained to just keep going and going and go. Well, but why not? I get them too. They call me too. And I'm like, hi, would you like the Asbury Park House home delivered? No, I don't. Well, would you like it on something? No, I don't. Well, do you? No hablo inglés. Hablo español. So, they just won't let up. But they're trained to do that. I'm talking about the guy that comes to your door, guy, girl, whatever. Or when you go to a timeshare, you want that free vacation, but you got to sit in that, 4-hour course? Then they come out and sell it to you, right? They know it's 3 no's and go. First one's got automatic. If you get somebody that says yes right away on sales, they don't have no credit. That's why they said yes. So, you're going to get that first no. Let that first no just come on out. It's coming. Bring the no out. There you go. You got rid of the no. Now you got to work on that second one. That second one's going to tell you if you can push a little further or if you're done for the day. So if it's a questionable no, or there's just like, well, whatever, then you can go for the third one. You can push for one more. You could question it one more time, but don't ask the same exact question each time. Can I dig here? Can I dig here? No, you got to rephrase it to something different.
Don't say dig.
You know what I mean, though. Can I swing my detector in your yard? Now. Oh, okay. Well, that's my hobby. I do it for a hobby. So can I swing the detector in your yard? No. Don't repeat yourself. Say something a little bit different that still has to do with it. No, I don't want to buy your oceanfront property in Arizona, Bisbee, but I do have a bridge over here connecting the mainland to Brooklyn.
But now I did knock on the one door and got the permission.
Yes, you did.
And that was actually my first actual knocking on a door, and I just got lucky.
And then the neighbors, he went to the neighbors
and
they answered the door the first time, and she said, well, my husband will be home, come back. And when Robert come back, they never answered the door.
No, that's a tactic too, for them to be politely getting out of it and not hurting their feelings.
They didn't have that much of a yard.
I was told if they say no, say thanks for the time. Like I said, that first no is automatic. Think about you as a person when somebody knocks on your door. Even if it's something you truly desire, do you know what the first word out of your mouth is? No thanks. Not interested. No.
Unless it's the police serving you papers and you don't.
The police, you're out the back door, so we don't worry about that. Please come knocking on Robert's door. Are you Robert Clark? No. I told you, first word is no. So just explain yourself a little bit, or however you want to do. If you haven't already explained yourself, tell them about the fun things you find, whatever it is, because you're going to ask a second time. That second one is your determining point on if you're leaving or not. Because if it's kind of like, well, no, like if it's not a stern no, they're actually thinking about it. But they've been so programmed to say no that it's still coming out.
Yeah.
You can try one more time. Well, you know what? I sure really would like the opportunity. You could check with your neighbors or however you got to do it. Very short. Don't make a 4-hour conversation out of it to get that third no. Just very short. Well, I do admire your property. If you could reconsider it, just I wouldn't be here very long. Maybe just the backyard a little bit, whatever. If you get the no on that one, that is a definite no. Pack your shit up and go. Don't push after the third one. It's 3 no's and go.
Gary.
You could not give them their package and say, hey, by the way, can I check your yard? Yes, I've done that. Or they'll come out and get their mail and be like, hey, I know your house is old. Can I play around in the yard a little bit, dig giant holes with a backhoe? And they usually say, yeah. Oh, yeah, DB, no doubt. Hey, there's no shame in it. I used to sell Kirby's. And I have cold knocked myself into houses and sold them a $2,000 machine.
I bought one time. Not off Rachel, but I bought a Kirby.
Kirby's are awesome, man. I got my dad's from 94 and I got mine I bought 10 years ago. I did it for about 3 years. My average, any salesperson has 2 out of 3 showings. They sell 1 out of 3. Anything. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You sell 1 out of 3. That's sales. I sold about 1.9 out of 3. But I wasn't pushy. I do know there are pushy people, pushy salespeople. I've encountered them where you want to just like pluck them up by their hair and throw them out the door. I said, no, what part don't you understand? But it's always 3 no's and a go. But if you use sales tactics to this, if you ask them questions that lead to a yes answer, not what you want to do, but something they'll say yes to. Like, I bet you really, love this old house or you wouldn't have bought it. Well, yes. Right? Get them used to saying yes. They're going to say yes to you when you ask to detect the yard. Get those yeses coming. I mean, do you have any history? Most likely older people will. Do you have any history? Are you interested in the history in the area or history of the house? Is that what you bought? Do you know the history of the house? Things like that. Anything you can think of that will make them say yes. And then ask. More likely going to get a yes. I'm telling you, I could sell you a bridge right now. Give you a good deal. DB bought a Kirby too. Yeah, they're good machines, man. They're not vacuum cleaners. They're everything cleaners, man.
Oh my gosh. Drain openers and yeah.
You can paint your wall with a Kirby. Try doing that with a Hoover. Or a Dyson. By the way, don't waste your money on Dysons. The little dirt devils actually outperform Dysons. So the American Seed Company, I remember that.
You got a bomb.
And it's worth a try.
Yeah. Ready the cops.
Get the first yes before their first no. But yeah, seriously, when I sold Kirby's, I was selling me. If they like you, they're gonna let you. I didn't have to push anybody to buy that machine. They bought it because they liked me. And they needed it. But if they didn't like me and they needed it, they wouldn't have bought it, not off of me. So you're selling yourself first, really, when it boils down to you when you go door knocking, looking for permissions. You got to sell you. You got to make them like you in a very short period of time. And you're most likely going to get a yes. Unless you went to like the most pristine yard on the planet, you're probably going to get a no. And a shut door. First no and a shut door. But if you just go to, somebody with a farm, somebody with a nice big old yard, and you're selling you.
Yeah, honestly, I've heard some detectorists talk that if they see a yard that's perfectly managed, they just won't even bother because no matter what you say to them, they're going to say no. When you can tell that they're out there measuring their yard with a ruler, they're not going to let you dig.
No, you don't go to a pristine yard unless they got a really trashy backyard. Then you go there. Oh yeah, it was pretty nasty, right? That's mostly where I sold the Kirby's at, was on the mattress. But I also asked leading yes questions.
God.
Would you like to get rid of the dirt in your house? Well, yes. Would you feel your house was cleaner without the dirt? Well, yes.
And maybe with door knock and tell people, say, we're going around cleaning the trash out of everyone's yard.
Would you like to get rid of those aluminum cans, those
all those pop bottle, all those pull tabs out of your yard? Well, Clark's Cove's here to do it.
We gave them a free gift and stuck it right in their hand. Actually, for a while, sometimes we gave something for free to get the appointment for the Kirby. But I also had gone as a team with other salesmen, and some of them were just shitty people. I don't know how they sold them. Like if the person said no on the third ask, and they weren't even done shampooing or whatever it was, they packed up and left. I'm like, you did promise them a clean, shampoo and clean a carpet in one room. You should finish it. Because maybe you didn't get the sale because they didn't like you. But I'm going to come along in about 6 months and I'm going to sell it to them because they already seen the power of the machine. They just didn't like you. And I may even be able to get it for full price with a bigger commission. So you set me up for a nice big payday by being a shitty person. Yeah, some of them were shitty people. But if you just got to remember when you door knock, because I know a lot of people are afraid to do it. It's you're selling you. So. And if people like you, these people are gonna like you. What's up, Richie? Clark's lawn cleaning is free. DB's got 2 cleaning ladies, a little OCD.
Because just today, a Clark's Cove lawn cleaning is free.
Yeah, you ever notice how much heavier your mattress is when you get rid of it than the day you bought it?
You know why that is?
You ain't weaker. It's because it's filled with dead skin cells.
Yes, that is the truth.
Yep. Same with pillows. I buy pillows that I can wash, and I wash them every 6 months. I did that. We actually, Alicia's talk about salt. We did it because salt's sharp. It will actually cut the carpet fiber. So we did it with baking soda. I would take a big amount of baking soda. I'd just be sitting there sprinkling that big ass pile like that. Then I rub it and it disappears right into the carpet. Then I would take it and I would count 100 swipes with their Dyson or whatever the hell they had. And then I would go over it 3 times with the Kirby, and I would have the little trap filled with the baking soda. Baking soda is much harder to get up. DBX is saying why your detector is so clean now. So yeah, for those of you who ask about door knocking, I know it's been mentioned on many streams, many topics of conversation on Facebook groups, is the biggest thing you're doing is you're making these people like you in a short amount of time because they're just like you and me. If I don't like the person at my door, they're definitely getting 3 don'ts. If they can make me like them in the next 30 seconds, they'll probably get a yes. But if I don't like you, it's a no, no, no. So you definitely got to sell you first. What'd she say? Oh, keep going and let me watch and think about it. I've gone to clean a machine in somebody's home, change the belt, change the bag. I think I had to put a new brush on theirs. Theirs was not even that old, but I don't remember. Oh, I had to reset the brush when they had done something. The brush has different notches for it because over time things wear, even brush bristles. So the way you put it back in the machine will make it move closer to the floor as it gets older. And they had it set way like to the highest settings, which would be the closest to the floor, so it wasn't working right. And when I left, they had another brand new machine for upstairs, so they didn't have to carry it. So, because they liked me. So that's why I say the key to it is you got to get them to like you. And I know every one of you in this chat are nice, friendly people. You may joke and say, nah, maybe. But I know you guys are. It's a solitary hobby, but you can see from chats, you can see from Facebook groups that we all like to hang out together. We all like to chat to each other. And it ain't even always about metal detecting. And we all like to see each other. That means we all like each other. So people like you. Now you just got to make a stranger like you in the next 30 seconds, and you'll get that yes. How's that? Hope that's helpful.
Sounds very convincing.
Work a Kirby.
I said
Kirby.
we need a lot of bribes. we'll have to bribe a lot of homeowners.
Maybe, but you guys are real friendly. You're real personable. Trust me, they'll like you. Pigeon Blood Ruby said, Oric a Kirby. I grew up with the Kirby, a Cadillac of vacuum cleaners. I got a free Oric, loving it too. I killed the Oric with a Kirby. The person had just bought the Oric. And the Oric actually cost more than a Kirby. And I left the house with their Oric as a trade-in on a Kirby.
Yeah, we've got no opossum. Melissa puts food out for every evening. Patty.
Oh, opossum. I like them. They're so ugly. They're cute.
This one is.
Well, my goodness, gourmet food.
He gets ravioli and spaghetti and meatballs.
I got a groundhog here. I got a couple squirrels on my route. The other day I went to the customer's house and he was coming to the door. But I didn't realize he was coming up to the door and the mailbox was right there. And the squirrel was like just walking up. I'm talking to him. And he's just like, hey, what's up? You know, coming up to me. I'm like, you supposed to be coming up to me like that? What are you looking for? And the squirrel's like, what? You know, because they can't see you straight on. That's why they turn their head. They can't see this way. And so he came right up to me. He's right up to my feet. And he's like looking up at me. And then my customer comes out. His name is Dave. And he's like, oh, this is what he's looking for. He gives him peanuts.
No.
Well, he must not be a bright squirrel because I ain't the one giving him peanuts. I got a handful of paper. Like, what you got for me? But there was an elderly woman on my route, and her back in her garage, there was an apartment above that, and there was 2 squirrels that would hang out there. And so I would bring them treats. And so they would come. They were in one of my little short videos. They would come down and check me out and talk to me. You know, they still are kind of heavy. I think they're down to 12 pounds though, but they're made out of steel. So they're made to, you know. I remember the distributor I worked for had a picture from the Life magazine. It was from 1973 or something on the cover because there was massive floods somewhere. And on the cover was a woman being rescued out of a river, you know, from a helicopter, holding her Kirby.
Oh my gosh.
No lie, it's not like Photoshop. She's hanging on to that Kirby.
Oh my Lord. Isn't that something?
I thought she was going to say she was out there sucking the water up with her Kirby.
I don't know. That thing's pretty strong. It might could work. I use it to blow up my air mattresses. No, that's steel, Pigeon Blood. It's steel. That's why it's so heavy. The body of the Kirby is steel. Wow, how'd we get on Kirby's?
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't
We
know.
were talking about door knocking.
and it.
Yeah, I mean, I did say I sold them, but yeah, no, they're good
So,
machines, man. I still use
And you
mine.
were talking about selling techniques, and I said that sounds like telemarketing. And then you said,
It goes
Yeah.
into Kirby vacuum
Yeah.
cleaners.
Hey, can't say any other stream has ever talked about Kirby vacuum cleaners.
there you go.
But yeah, no, dude, it is true though with door knocking. You're selling you first. Make sure you got a big smile on your face. Be friendly.
And don't go
Not
up.
the head. The body of itself is steel. Huh?
I said, don't go up knocking on the door like look like you're ready to invade a country.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Joe.
Got the vest on and backpacks and
Don't look all mean. Hey, it's the Kirby stream. Hey, my name is Joe. I'm gonna dig some holes in your yard. You got a problem with that? Yeah, that's not the way to do it. They're not gonna like you. No, yeah, just be friendly, be yourself, and talk about. I mean, when you start talking about, because everybody in here is a treasure seeker. When you start talking about your hobby, I mean, with family members and friends who are like, oh, why you do that? You're going to be defensive. But I mean, when you're talking about somebody who's interested or might be interested in what you do and what you find, trust me, these people are going to like you because you get so excited about what you do. They're going to get excited too. And that's going to make them like you. Like that guy on the Burbs. Kirby is a small block Chevy with wheels. I know that the company is now almost 110 years old. It's been around since 1914. What do I tell them I do with my finds? Well, I do tell them I do have some things in a museum. I don't even know what it was, but that's where it is. Some of the things I do keep and display myself. Some of the things that I take home, I give away on here. Usually as a surprise. JBP could tell you. I think I sent her a dandy with something she won off my stream one time. Just stuck a dandy in there. I believe it was JBP. It was a while ago. And I also tell them if they're interested in seeing what I've gotten out of the yard or out of their land, they're more than welcome to see what I've gotten. And if they want to keep one thing or keep all of it, they're welcome to it too. I'll put it in a display case for them. And that's what I tell them. Most times people don't want it. I've had a few look through it and say how interesting it was. And I had one who felt, because I worded it that way, I guess, that she was obligated to keep something. So she took a ratty spoon. There was really nice things there. And she was like, I'll just keep this. Because I think she felt obligated, the way I worded it. Door knock to do lawn mowing jobs. I would try that angle, NorCal. I used to door knock and shovel. I used to make a lot of money too. I don't see no kids out there doing it now. But I'll tell you what, my back didn't kill me. I'd be out there doing it now. Well, if it was snow. I would still go door knocking and shovel. I did it all the way until I was like 30. Got nothing else to do on a snowy day, right? Why not make some money? Pick up my shovel, go knock on doors. Hey, you want me to shovel your driveway? There's a lot of lazy people out there. They're more than happy to have you do it. But you could try the barter thing. People like deals. You could take.
I have told people that people that we have hunted in their yards, I said, now if I make a mess, you let me know. I'll come back and fix it. But we don't make a mess, and they're the ones that we have hunted their yard. They're usually like, "Why squirrels get out here and dig in it anyways? You ain't going to hurt nothing." So I said, "But I'll put it back." Because some ground, I mean, some ground you can dig a good plug, some you can't.
Yeah, it depends on the moisture in it.
Yeah, if there is none, if it's bone dry, that is really tough to put it. I mean, you can feel your hole, but to make it look so perfect,
it's hard to do.
It's hard to do
sometimes. But I've told people, if I do say, if I leave it a mess, if you think I've left it a mess, just let me know. I'll come back and fix it the best I can. But but the people, like I said, the people we have hunted their yards, they've not really been too concerned.
No.
Yeah. Well, if it's super dry, I won't do a yard. But like one of my permissions told me one time, because I was like, I didn't think she was home. So while I was out, she has a little wooded area in between. I usually just stick in there, but I'll go in her bottom yard. And I said something to her one time. I said, well, you don't mind if because I hadn't been there in a while. That's what it was. I hadn't been there for a few months. I was like, well, you don't mind if I come when you're not home, right? Or something like that. And she was like, I don't mind when you come. I never know you when you're here. I can't see anywhere in the yard where you've been.
That's exactly what you want to hear, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't do the business card. I rarely remember to bring stickers. But, I will show them pictures because sometimes some people are really interested in the stuff you do find. Well, what kind of stuff do you find? And I'll show them. And they're like, oh, there's nothing like that here. Meanwhile, I'm pulling out silver dimes, quarters, like, okay.
Now that's
BBC
one thing
did-
we do. We keep our business cards with us, and we hand them out while we're, if someone's out in their yard and we start talking to them, I'll say, "Here's our card."
That landed us a permission because
it
remember
does,
the lady, we were at the curb strip and she come out to me. She said, "I don't know what you're doing, but I don't want you up in my yard." I said, "Oh no, I would not do that unless you gave me permission." I said, "Here's one of our cards and I'll tell you what we do." And she said, "In my backyard, I lost my Jeep key." And there's a video, one of our past videos,
Where you found it?
and I found her Jeep key. And so we found a few other little things, toys, and
that she was given to her son
Yeah.
because he collected little toy cars. So
yeah. So
we found like 5 or 6 little toy cars in that backyard. And
exactly.
but once she found out what we were about, it was like, oh, okay, yeah. But I always tell people, "Here's our card. Go check us out." I said, that way you know who we are, what we're about, that we're not someone just out here scouting out your neighborhood looking to rob you or steal something. People, that's the first thing that seems to come in their mind is you're doing something shady. That you're
Yeah, I think that's why, like, even in the past 10 years, it's probably a little more difficult to go ahead and get the permissions because of the, social media. It's definitely making people much more aware of crime everywhere.
Yeah.
So it makes us all much more defensive than probably even 20 years ago. Much more defensive.
I'll also sit and say, well, if I have money to go out and buy a $400 machine, I'm sure not going to be breaking in your house.
You never know what people think, though. How does she know you ain't stole that machine?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would show pictures. Patty says she's showed pics before, and that's how sometimes they've given her permission. Because like I was in the thrift shop today, and I guess the woman knows me from delivering mail, and so we was talking, and she was like, "Oh, you take off your uniform and go to Goodwill." I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then so we were talking, and I said, "Well, it's a damp cold, so I don't really want to go out metal detecting. That's really what I do." I said. So I figured I'd come here and thrift today, and there really wasn't much to see. It was very crowded, actually. And so we got to talking about it, and she was like, "Well, what do you go on the beach?" I said, "No, I don't really like modern stuff, jewelry and change." I said, "I like to, I like relics. I like stuff people owned a couple 100 years ago." And I showed her some of the things I'd found, and she was like, "Oh, that's really interesting. My husband watches this, that, and the other in Oak Island." I said, "Well, I wouldn't even watch Oak Island. They'd never find it." I said, "If they found the big treasure, it wouldn't be on the air anymore." So I said, "But beyond Oak Island is good." And she said, "Yeah, he watches that." And I said, "Oh, a friend of, there's a lot of us in the community, metal detecting community. We all know Matt, and Matt was on it last night. And talking about other things too." And so, I showed her pictures, but she doesn't live anywhere I could detect, so I didn't pursue that part of it. But yeah, so you'd be surprised. You could just talk to a random person in a Goodwill, and you might get a permission.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it can happen.
So it's weird because like I'm such an introvert, but I'm like an extroverted introvert. Do you know what I mean? I call them line friends when you're standing in line and you chat with the person in line with you because the line's so freaking long and you're standing there for hours. Might as well talk to somebody. So even though I'm introverted, I like to talk. And so I call them line friends. I make lots of line friends and bus stop friends, and they probably like to rather sit there silently, but unfortunately for them, I'm there. So I can't sit there silently. Pigeon Blood said, I missed buying a manicure today. To make himself feel better, he purchased the Fisher F Pulse pinpointer. Crazy expensive, but I'm wanting to try it for some years now. Well, let us all know how it is. I don't know. My first pinpointer was the Amazon $30 thing from China. Now that's a hit or miss on those things. Apparently, mine's not that bad. It doesn't have a really fast beep when you touch when you get close to it. It kind of gets faster, but not like a Garrett. Hey, two brothers. but it works well enough. I found the stuff with it. But then I got the Garrett Carrot, so it's much better. But I still have the other one from China that I give to people who don't, that want to come and hang out with me and do it. And I'll give them that, and I'll give them my little Walmart shovel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then one of my detectors to use. Usually I give them the AT Pro. It's simpler to learn if you have never detected than the Equinox. So I'll give them the AT Pro. And so I keep that China one. Yeah, Thomas the Detectorist. Hey, says China one's a good backup. It is. This one's actually a good one. It's like I said, I've seen people with the same exact one. It's called GP Pointer or something. And it was crap. So I think they're hit or miss. But for $30. Oh yeah, I've seen there's one guy, he advertises that he does that DB. So he's paid somehow, but not just by the people that she said she watches 2 different guys that clean him overgrown yards for free, but somebody's paying them, I promise you. Not the people's yards that they're doing. But he's advertising he does it, like it's little short clips showing, watch the whole video. He's getting paid. I'm not supposed to be there. Are others here that have seen him? Oh, she's talking about the DB. What DB was talking about. Yeah, I just seen his reels, I guess, on Facebook. I haven't watched his videos. Yeah, I know they both have mowing companies, but trust me, they're not putting content up there and doing these people's yards for free. They are sponsored by something on the background. Nobody does nothing for free. Even us treasure seekers, we'll detect your yard for free, but we'd like to keep the fines. So nobody does anything for free. They are paid somehow, and it's not AdSense. You don't make that much off of AdSense. You have to have literally over 1 million subscribers and at least 55, 60,000 views in order to make a decent amount of money off of YouTube AdSense. So they're sponsored. Yeah, they get YouTube checks, but trust me, the AdSense checks really aren't that much. It's like about 3 seconds of video, 3 seconds an ad. So you'd have to have a lot of views to make enough money for them to do somebody's yard for free. But it's good content. It's kind of like those mindless games that you play, Something satisfying about watching that. Or if you ever watch anybody paint, you know what I mean? It's like you watching it. You don't need to think about anything. You just watch it.
Yeah.
So there's something satisfying about that. Yeah, but Chad, that's good if it was only local, but I mean they're all over the country. I seriously doubt they're going from California to New Jersey to mow one lawn. But I know what you mean. Like if they were commercializing it for their area, that would be good. But they don't. They don't say specifically, I'm in San Fernando and I'm mowing these lawns here, so other people in that area would call them. They go all over the place. I've seen a couple of their reels. So I do know they go a lot of different areas than just their immediate area. Mark Thomas. I like the channels that show the grass grow. Bob Ross and his happy little trees. I used to watch Bob Ross on my black and white TV and loved every minute of it. I would forget I was watching black and white. You know what I mean?
I remember those black and white TVs. I had a little 13-inch and I had the rabbit ears, and I put aluminum foil on the end of it to pick up a better reception,
Yeah.
Got 3 channels.
Yep.
Pigeon says he'll purchase the XP MI4 for $149 if the Fisher F Pulse doesn't work out. Seems to be a solid pinpointer. It's going to be detecting over highly mineralized red dirt. PI good for that. Good for that. Yeah, I think it is better than regular for mineralized red dirt for sure. It's definitely harder to detect over red clay. Alabama has a lot of it. A lot different than what I'm used to. You guys still there? Or are you frozen?
Yeah,
Nope,
we're here.
We're here.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just
Reading the
I was
chat.
just kind of reading the chat a little bit.
That's what I was doing. Lisa said those Philco or Zenith TVs.
Yep, Philco. Yep.
I think ours was a Zenith.
I know they're talking about their channels 4, 7, and 10. Ours was 3, 8, and 13.
Yeah.
ABC, NBC,
of
and
course,
CBS.
Well, and then of course you could always get in PBS, Public Broadcasting
Yeah,
Service.
you could.
Yeah.
Well, in the tri-state, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut area, we had 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. So we had CBS, NBC, Fox, ABC. I forget what 9 is.
Yeah.
Yes, Point
I think it was
Addiction.
WWOR back when I was a kid. I don't know what it is now. 11 was WPIX, and 13 was PBS.
Mr. Rogers.
I didn't watch Mr. Rogers. He was weird, taking his sweater off, and
Kangaroo.
Yeah.
I
Mr.
watched.
Monkey.
I'll tell you something funny. Out in Charleston, at the town center, they had an exposition one year. Well, I imagine they still do. But I was at this one exposition, and there was a man sitting there, and I'm looking at him. I mean, I'm like nose to nose with him, going, "I know you, I know you," and he's going, "Speedy delivery." And I was like, "That didn't do it, but I know you. I know your face. I know you. I know you." And he was like, "Speedy delivery," and I was like, "No, still not working for me." And he's like, "Well, I'm Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood." I said, "Oh, that's why I didn't. I thought you were." No, I said to him, "Are you Captain Kangaroo?" That's what he looked like to me. And he said, "No, I'm Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood." I said, "Oh, all right." But he did look like Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah, with no remotes except for us kids were the remote. Parents say, "Go in there and change the channel." Sure.
Have a great night, Chad. Tell Nicole I said, "Hey, Mister," in the chat tonight.
Yes.
Sure.
I remember when we got our first push button telephone. I thought, well, that's technology.
Yeah. I remember that. Like, we had the rotary phone. I remember using that to call my friend. I remember hurrying up too. When you dialed it, and they go. I would go. I would rush the phone. I hated the rotary. And then we got touch phone. It's like, oh,
the old party lines, and you could listen to your neighbor's conversation.
Yeah. Do you remember those ones that you called into though? Me and my best friend did that. Oh, her poor husband. That phone bill. This was like 1990 or something. He's like, the phone bill was like $700. What did you guys do? We're like, well, we just made a phone call.
Yeah.
It was like a chat room, but it was, you called in at the time, and it was like $1 a minute or something stupid. Poor guy. He was probably still paying it off. Wow. Alicia had a lot of channels. Well, we had some on UHF. We had a couple channels. VH1 used to be on UHF, so you didn't have to have cable to get it when it first started out.
That was like MTV when it first started. I could just barely pick it up, but you'd have to turn that back knob and try to you'd be tuning it in.
Tune in Tokyo.
Yeah. But it would come in just very little, just enough to be able to hear and see a little bit. But
Yeah, well, that was back when MTV also played music.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then, of course, always enjoy when you get the free HBO and Cinemax weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, stock up on the VHS tapes and start recording.
I remember the first cable remote was that box on a long line, and it had the little lever here to go through this 3 separate things, and then you had the little push buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like 1 through 15, and you put it in the middle. It'd be 16 through 31, and then put it down here 32 to whatever. But if you kind of wiggle the two together in the middle, you can get a channel you didn't pay for. Oh, she left one off, channel number 32. I very vaguely remember the party lines though. But when I bought my house like 20 years ago and my neighbors had a baby, their baby monitor was on the same frequency as my wireless phone, my cordless phone. So I would pick it up to make a phone call and I would hear, I'm not calling anybody right now.
There was, when we lived in town, there was a guy that lived behind us. He had a big home-based CB radio. And I remember one night I went upstairs and I'm like hearing voices. And I'm like, it scared me at first because I didn't know where it was coming from. I'm like, Melissa, come up here. I said, I hear voices in this house. And we're standing there trying to figure out where in the world these voices, and he was coming through our radio.
The speakers on our stereo.
On our stereo.
Yeah.
And
Really?
I could just, and you could just barely hear talking, and it was so eerie to hear that until we sat there on the steps for what, 10, 15 minutes trying to figure
that was the late 90s.
Yeah, it was in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out where in the world them voices
we could not figure out where it was coming from.
We just slowly inched, and it's like, it's coming through the speakers on the stereo. I'm like, it's the guy in the back with the big home-based CB.
Yeah.
I remember when I bought my first surround system, I had it in a smaller room, and I'm watching Saturday Night Live, and I kept hearing this one laugh behind me, like, because I had a window behind me. My couch was up against the window. I'm like, who the heck is looking in my house? And I watch again, and you can hear everything, and then I'm like, the hell? I'm going outside looking around. The way it was playing was, it was this one woman's laugh was being caught by the microphone and playing on the one speaker, one of the surround speakers. It was like only one laugh on that speaker. All the other ones had everything, but this one just had one laugh on it. I really thought, because it was louder than everything else too. Sounds like somebody's looking in my house.
Yeah, I remember when they signed off with the just get static through the night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they played the national anthem.
National anthem, yeah.
Remember when the TV stations used to sign off at night and you'd see the bees?
Oh, the struggles of growing up in the 70s. Wasn't it horrible?
It was great.
It was great. Compared to the way things are today, it was great.
Simple.
Hey, great. Mike. You came in ready. I don't know how much longer we're going to go for. We already covered all kinds of stuff. Kirby vacuums, door knocking, flaming dog poo.
Yeah.
I was in school.
It's 9 after 9. I think we're going to pop off here, Rachel.
Yeah, I'm gonna close up shop here in a minute too. This is longer than usual.
Thanks
Plus
for
my
having
coffee.
It's been fun.
Yep, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Always enjoy being on Rachel's show.
I always
enjoy all you fine people in chat.
Well, yes.
We love you guys.
You missed some funny stuff, Mike.
Yeah. Rachel thought whenever you lit bags of poo, you actually had to light the poo. So she was taking the lighter and trying to like the actual poo.
Well, when I was told about it, they didn't explain it to me.
Ugh. Yep. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop off here, Rachel.
Well, thank you guys for coming up.
Yeah,
You're
thanks
welcome.
for having us up. And everyone in chat, you all have a good evening.
Yes.
We're going to go over and check a few things, and then we're going to get back to our movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to take him outside because that's why he's coming over here now. He's like, I got to pee now.
Yeah, we got to hitch up the horse and buggy in the morning and head to town. So.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Nick Molnar.
You know how that goes.
Yep.
We'll see y'all later.
Good night,
y'all
everybody.
Have a good night.
See you
Night,
Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Everyone.
Everyone in the chat, make sure you go to Clark's Cove Detecting Saturday night, 8 p.m. EST. And thank you all for joining in tonight. Those who came early, those who came late, and those who popped in the middle. All of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I say every week, I really honestly do. I think the best part of us all hanging out together is I used to think about things to talk about, but I noticed that if we just wing it, we always find something to talk about. So, I mean, anything important that I see, I definitely will mention, obviously, but it's a awesome time hanging out with you guys every Wednesday night. I do look forward to it. It's the highlight of my week. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm still like I'm on the lingering end of this cold, so I'm starting to get a little stuffy again right now. You rock, Patty. So I want to thank each of you for joining me tonight. I hope you felt like it was about all of us and not just one of us. Hope you learned something, like make sure the dog poos in a bag before you light it on fire. And I will see you guys Saturday night at Clark's Cove, and I will see you again next Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night, we will have Thomas Barnes from Digstock, and following him will be Dave from Digstock. So I'll have all four of the gentlemen from Digstock, and what I'm trying to do is get everybody to know the people behind Digstock, not just Digstock, and asking questions about Digstock, which is perfectly fine if you still have questions, but getting to know the guys. I want you guys to get to know the guys who put on the event, who they are, what they like, get to know them. So thank you all for joining me. I can't even talk. That's how stuffed up I'm getting. Thank you all for put my mind lab in the middle there. Thank you all for joining me. How many days is Digstock in March? I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday with the Thursday meet and greet thing. You dig those nails because you never know what could be mixed in with a nail. It does keep us grounded, Shannon. But thank you guys again. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let's hope for a great 2023. Like I said, next week will be Thomas Barnes. We'll have Dave after that. I don't always have guests, but every now and then I get the fancy to thinking, man, why don't we have somebody out now? I think it's fun. And this way you could ask questions. If you haven't been able to ask any questions, you can ask questions about Digstock, or you can ask questions about Thomas himself. So feel free to do that. So I will see you guys next week. Same dig time, same dig channel, 7:30 p.m. EST Wednesday nights. I hope you guys are checking out Iron Antler beforehand. He comes on a half hour before me. So next week, make sure you pop in and say hi to him. And I'll see you guys next week. So again, thank you. And be kind to each other. Peace. If I could turn it off. Peace.